get the video. Okay, come on, sit down. Come on, Rita. Welcome to the Hive.
Oh,
This is the Hive.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So this is the microphone.
Get this. Bama in the building. Bama in the building. Okay, so this is our second segment with some of our favorites in the community, Rita and Willie. And so this is called the Hive. Welcome to the Hive.
Oh,
Welcome to the Hive, Willie.
So what we love to do is just talk. We're here in La Plancha, our Thursday nights, where we gather in fellowship within the Black Merida experience, and we just wanted to kind of just get to know you and the why and why you here and what made you come here. So, you guys, how long have you been in Merida?
Oh, wow. I can't believe it's been a year.
Dang, a whole year.
Yeah. Well, I guess the end of May will be officially a year.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And what's kind of the I guess what we would ask is like why?
Why am I here?
Yes.
Well, I wasn't necessarily supposed to be here. I did a scouting trip in Cancun alone, child free, and I was like, oh, this is gonna work. I'm gonna make it work. And somehow, a couple of months later, when I booked my flight to relocate, it was to Merida. It wasn't to Cancun.
That's crazy.
Now, mind you, I had done research on both of them, but I didn't come here originally.
Right.
But
Yeah.
but that's what the flight said, and when the flight said that, I was like, well, the Airbnb should match the flight, right? So then I had a flight and an Airbnb to somewhere I've never been before.
That's amazing.
And that's pretty much how it happened.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't that's similar to how we did? Like,
Right.
We honestly we were Mexico City was on our brain, and the week of, Eric's like, we have to rule out Merida. Let's just see how it is. And
Yeah.
we landed on Thursday. We signed a lease on Monday.
We stayed in the Airbnb, I guess about 2 months, and then we signed our lease. And I mean, it was never we're gonna leave. It was when the plan landed. I love this place. It was immediate, and it was kind of intense. It was really emotional because I had just blew my life up, I guess you could say, because I just took me and a 8-year-old kid and said, we're gonna go live in another country. Oh, and we're gonna move somewhere we've never been before.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's how it happened.
Yeah.
The why we stayed was because, like what I mentioned, it was very immediate. All the parts of me felt very settled, safe, and in tune.
I love that.
And that's something that I hadn't experienced in the States, especially safety. But it worked. I mean, it always worked. I know a lot of people, they speak about feeling a little bit lonely, feeling a little bit like they're missing home. And we have just really been intentional
Of getting out.
and focused on community. We actually, before we relocated, because we knew we were going to move to Cancun, not here, but
Right.
we knew we were going to move to another country. And so we talked a lot about what does it look like to build family? What does it look like to make a cousin?
Right.
Like,
Right.
what does that mean? And what qualities do you want in an auntie?
Right.
And so we were really focused on that before we relocated. And so personally, I haven't experienced a sense of loneliness because I came with the intentions of we are going to make community. We're going to have cousins. We're going to have aunties. We're going to have uncles.
Right.
And I meant what I said, and I said what I meant, and I did it.
You did it, and you're doing it.
And yeah, continuing to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's continuing to work out, especially because of people like.
Thank y'all. That's so sweet. Thank you guys. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you rich? A remote worker?
Yes, I'm rich. I'm definitely rich. I accept any riches. I am not going to turn that down. I am a remote worker. I work for a company out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. So that's how we continue to have our income. You know, I do have a 9 to 5, as you would say.
Right.
but I am rich too.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. And happiness, right?
Right.
No, for sure.
Yes.
And
yes,
fulfillment
absolutely.
in life.
Yes.
Yeah, for
yes.
sure.
Willie, so thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, it's my pleasure.
And
Thank you for having me.
I just wanted to say that Willie and Rita are not a couple.
Oh no, but we're both from Alabama.
Right.
Yes.
Just wanted to make that distinction there.
Definitely.
So talk to me. Where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from Spain. Dad was in the Air Force. He's from Alabama. Mother Spaniard. So 3 years old, moved down to Florida. Dad gets stationed there. About 8 years old, parents split. We ended up in Alabama. Big culture shock. Big culture shock.
I bet. I mean, I can't imagine what it looked like, but yeah.
Oh man, as a kid, it was like, wow, what is this and why? You know, couldn't make sense out of a lot. But yes, originally from Spain. However, we came here from way of Huntsville, Alabama.
Got it. That's crazy. Huntsville, Alabama. What exactly is that?
Huntsville, Alabama, back me up, Rita, but for me, it's like the Silicon Valley of the South now.
Okay.
The growth, it's a tech city,
Okay.
progressive, and a conservative state.
Really, Alabama? I would have never thought that.
Hey, let me tell you, but when the money starts flowing in, when you got Facebook data plant there, you got Lockheed Martin, NASA, Boeing, the list goes on and on.
Redstone Arsenal.
Yes. Oh, yeah, one of the biggest.
Okay, so you left that place. It sounds pretty promising.
Yes, we were there for from 2019 till 2022. We were able to went through some times when we were able to buy a house. However, I had to learn a lot of things being biracial, and one of them was redlining, where they don't show you the certain parts of the city. They like to keep you in a disenfranchised area. And as a veteran, using my VA home loan benefits, it was pretty discouraging, being an actual combat veteran. And so, long story short, we were able to buy the house. Had an Army buddy of mine who was a realtor, showed us things, bought a house, lived a dream, thought it was great. Give me a minute, let me let this wind pass. Thought it was great. Had the house, the family, the car, everything was looking up. Really a spicy neurodivergent family. Our youngest one kept us on our toes. However, it was just, the feeling wasn't there. The American dream that they gave you. I've been to a lot of different countries, lived in different states, different cities in my lifetime. But it just wasn't giving, the house, the everything. Partially due to the area, due to racism.
So how was that moment for you when you decided to leave?
My mind.
And how long did that take? Was it like over the course of a weekend, a month, or?
It was a course over a few months. My wife popped it to me. Birthday's in March, so beginning of March, she was like, "Hey, in 2022, if y'all can remember back then, there was a lot of things going on. A lot of negative things going on in the news." And she was just like, the Wade versus Roe was overturned in 2022. It really bothered me, having a daughter, having a wife, having two boys. That was cool. Hey, keep that in there. That was cool.
I know, right?
Trying to talk against me.
No. Talking about the racism in Alabama.
Oh, okay. Back to the racism in Alabama. And it was difficult. You couldn't enjoy the home ownership. And the home ownership didn't feel like all that. So my wife popped it on me in March 2022. Hey, since we're retired, let's go live like we're retired.
You retired?
Retired military.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So we ended up, give me a second to train. They just don't want me to talk, see? It's just my time. No, this is great. It's Willie. Come on, it's Willie giving the message. This is great. Let me speed this up. Okay, so she popped the question on me, let's go live somewhere else. We started looked into Colombia, at Medellin, Panama, different South American countries. And somehow through Mexit Planner, big time on Mexit Planner, and then Move Abroad and Thrive with Cortez Ross, it was just looking at those and different other expats living in Mexico and then Merida. It was really, we're like, okay, let's go here. So literally sold everything. Not everything. We gave pretty much a whole house to. We decided to make our house before we sold it. We decided to make it a house of refuge. So we rented it out to Nicaraguan refugees. 4 brothers, and one of them had a wife. So I did it with him and his wife. And things were great. Won't go into that. But anyways, we came to Merida sight unseen. Totally got on a flight on my daughter's birthday, September 6th. Got on a flight and moved here sight unseen. Did everything ourselves. No lawyers, no nothing. Just read, educated ourselves, and came here sight unseen. Went through it.
Did you speak Spanish already?
No. My wife, she did a little bit, very little. No, man. We just really. I'm a talker. I spent time, no lie, I spent time with this one guy, hour and a half. He delivered some chicken. We sat outside using Google Translator, and we spoke for an hour and a half. Every Uber driver, every DD driver, I'm talking to. Spent the month in the extended stay when we got here. Spoke to everybody. They helped me out with my Spanish. That's how my Spanish got to the level it's at. And it was a rough time, not gonna lie. Even with our kids adjusting. We don't have any parents. Our parents passed away before the pandemic, thankfully for us. So we didn't have to deal with all that. But no family to lean on. It was just me, my wife, and the family. And same thing Rita wanted. We wanted community. We wanted community. At first it was rough trying to get adjusted to living here. Oh my gosh, it was rough. But not hard. Not hard. Rough and hard, 2 different things. It was doable with our family. We're a pretty tight family unit. We talk with our kids. Our kids understand. They come. They ask us questions. We understand together. We cry together, laugh together. So for the family unit, it wasn't a lot of difficult times. Really wasn't. It was just going through the motions together and adjusting together. What we did for ourselves, for our mental health, we did with our kids. We weren't stingy with it. Our kids got the same free time and the time to relax and get adjusted as we did. And it just made for a great, beautiful thing. I'm still talking, my bad.
No, it's all good. I was right there with you. So being from Spain, what are your thoughts about Spain enslaving Mexico back in the 1800s?
Okay, so I'm gonna give you real talk on here. Left Spain when I was 3. Mom didn't teach us the culture. However, me being the nerd I am, I read a lot. And so even down here, I'll make an example. I like to make purchases with a person, not through third-party distributors. I like to give my money straight to the people here. The guy who delivered my Costco order, who I'm now, me and him, we do business together. He's from Spain. He's been living here for about 7 years. Well, he came up to me, we started talking and whatsoever, and he was talking about hip-hop music. And he was talking about how him and his buddies back home in Spain can use the N-word. Well, I told him no. I had to, hip him to why you can. The transatlantic slave trade is what they started. I like to make a joke that my mama's people started it, right? I'm a byproduct of a slave and a person who started
master. Yeah.
Right, but I see the real for the real, factual. And so I hipped him to no, you can't say that because your people started it. You brought us over there and left us just as you came over to Mexico. Came over here, did what you did, rape, pillage, torture, all this other stuff. And then you try to leave a classism and whoever's left here to rule, and then you dip. And now we have a whole, what I feel about it, I hate it because it's unfair. A lot of my friends and families are locals. And it's just, to me, it's disruptive of the whole system that doesn't need to be that hard in the way it is right now. Our cleaner today, Veronica, she gets hugs, we speak, she eats, and we have conversations. We don't just hi and bye and thank you, no. And one of the things that, she's Yucatecan, lives in a Pueblo, one of the things they're dealing with, her daughter just had a baby. They deal with, if you don't graduate from high school, jobs are not an abundant here in Merida. You can get cleaning jobs, which are limited to what you can do. And so that's yet again from the I checked that word up. From what my mama's people did, the Spaniards, when they came over here and colonized this area, it's just a byproduct of that, just as we're dealing with in America.
That's insane.
Yeah, very. It blows my mind every day. I made a Facebook post, I want to punch people in their mouth and hug them at the same time. Because in 2025, we, the people, perpetuate all this that was done centuries ago. And we keep it going, we keep it alive. When we can just deaden it, let it die off with each family unit. And then the community you and your wife are building, which I'm grateful to be a part of it, thank you, it's part of that. You don't have to continue on with what they taught us when we were kids. You can change your mind. You can make better decisions for you, your family, your community. Even if you don't speak to people every day, you can still make it a better place for people.
And that's what we're doing. And I like to say, because you are from Spain and you live in Mexico, I don't know if we had this conversation before, but Mexico was enslaved by Spain.
Right, no, we didn't. You're right.
Until 1829.
Right.
The second president of African descent, can't remember his name, he abolished slavery before they did in the United States. So the Afro-Mexicans that exist here today are from the transatlantic slave ship from Africa, but also from the southern states as they were fleeing for freedom and liberation from the southern states down to Mexico.
Correct, because they don't like to talk about that. They like to say we went up north and not about south.
Right, they don't talk about
keep us in.
Right.
I believe the walls to keep Americans in, not everybody else.
Yeah, well, it's crazy stuff.
Right,
Man.
beaches don't have walls. Ain't that fun?
This is crazy. We can talk all night.
Yeah,
but let's move on with this. So, what do you miss most? I know you love it here. I know you're well traveled, but if you could just tell me what you miss most about the United States, Alabama.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, one thing. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, there's two things I miss every day. Number one, thanks to Rita, I miss the people. I'm not going to lie. I lived out in Cali. I lived demographically around the U.S., even in D.C. I miss the people. Two, I miss grits. I miss cheese grits. I miss grits with butter and sugar, with butter toast. I miss grits. I miss grits. Oh, three, I lied. And did you hear about the factory? Kaneka sausage. Kaneka sausage. Their factory went down. But it's an Alabama sausage.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best sausage you'll have in the world.
They actually got a couple of flavors that they make because they have a spicy one and then they have a sage-based one, and and then I feel like they have one that's called like Southern Kaneka or something. Yeah. That's like a blend. So yeah, but it's done with now, I guess.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, it's sad,
it's
but those three things: grits, Kaneka sausage, and the people.
Okay.
Our people, of course.
What do I miss? Oh man, I don't miss living 2 blocks away from Trump country. I don't miss driving down a really dark in the middle of nowhere road and 3 trucks come past me with Confederate flags. I don't miss that. I don't miss my child being in a predominantly white school every day, all day, for 8 hours a day, and then having to bring her home and try to compute from that environment. So those are the things I don't miss. What do I miss? I mean, I do miss some of my family members sometimes. And okra. I miss okra. See, I have some grits. I need to bring you some.
Janina bought me 2 boxes of instant, but I didn't get it yet.
Okay.
Slimy, I don't know. I like the slime.
But see, I'm from Alabama. It's a staple. You can pickle it.
I don't know how to cook no
fry
sulfur,
it. You
but I
can
know
make
how to eat it.
okra soup.
Y'all like okra?
Yes.
Fried okra?
You can make like a okra cornbread casserole. Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm from Alabama.
I don't know. Okra.
So yeah, family and okra.
Family and okra.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, fried okra on a vegetarian meal.
Okay.
Just add that fried okra.
Oh, that's okay. Vegetarian meal in Alabama is fried okra, collard greens, stewed tomatoes, and cornbread.
It sounds like a heart attack still. Like,
It's too good.
So good.
I love it.
Now, one thing I do love, especially about the Yucatan, aquí, is I love my pork. Like I love my roast. I love whatever.
They go hard.
Cochinita.
Yes.
Cochinita.
Yes.
Cochinita and
Yes.
macaroni and cheese,
Yes.
cochinita and beans and rice,
Oh,
cochinita.
beans. Yes.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
They pray
Yes.
for the pigs to be healthy and
I just
well
say
here.
it's making me
Because the
hungry.
pork is good.
Oh man, it's making me go. Yes.
Okay, so complete this sentence.
Okay.
Complete the sentence. Eventually, everyone who moves abroad learns that.
Learns that no matter what your race and what your age, you were a slave in America.
I literally got to go with her. Literally, you will learn how you have been in the trick bag, as we've been telling you all, in the trick bag this whole time. When it comes to your food, when it comes to the services. Services should never cost an arm and a leg. All right, you all are getting played. When it comes to the education, when it comes to living, let me tell you something. Peaceful mornings. Me and my family has worked on peaceful mornings, which turns into peaceful day. We respect everybody in the house. Nobody goes after everybody. It's perfect days. You can achieve that, but not where you're at in America.
Well, on that,
Yeah, I
thank
don't even
you
know what to
guys
say
so
after
much,
that, but
Rita and
it's
Willie, for visiting the Hive. See you guys.
we out.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank y'all.
That was great.
And
I stick
to my words, yeah.
That was fun. Yeah. Yes. That was good.